Hello there. This is your good buddy Nick Prill of Mint English, and yes, I'm back. And today we're going to continue our trek into the world of English grammar, simplified English grammar, in order to help us become better communicators, better speakers in English, and of course making use of grammatical rules the way we remember them. A few sessions ago, we started talking about the tenses. We're actually done with the simple present tense, the present progressive tense, and the present perfect tense. Today, we're going to be having one of those shorter sessions, and we're going to talk about the present perfect progressive tense. The present perfect progressive tense follows a format or a pattern. It makes use of the helping verb have or has plus been, B-E-E-N, been, plus the verb with ing. What is the verb with ing? What is the verb plus ing? It's actually the present participle of the main verb. Examples: run, running, sing, singing, swim, swimming, play, playing. Those are all examples of present participles. The verb plus ing. Now, the present perfect progressive tense is actually a tense in English that is used to express an action that started or that began in the recent past and is still, it's surely going on until the present time. Let me say that again. The present perfect progressive tense is a tense in English or a sentence in English used to express an action that began or that started in the past and still, surely still going on. It is surely going on until the present time. Now please do not forget, I will repeat the format. We make use of have plus has plus been plus the verb with ing. Now let's have some examples. I have been studying English for 5 years. I have been studying English for 5 years. So we understand that I started studying English 5 years ago until today. So that is the main point. We are sure that the action is still going on. I have been studying English for 5 years. Another example. You have been watching TV all day. See? You have been watching TV all day. So you started watching TV perhaps sometime this morning, and you're still watching TV until now. Take note again of the format. Have been watching. There. So have plus been plus the verb watch and ing. Have been watching. She has been swimming in the pool since noon. She has been swimming in the pool since noon. So starting noontime a while back until now, she is still swimming in the pool. We have been talking for 5 hours. We have been talking for 5 hours. That means we started talking 5 hours ago. Until now, we're still talking. They have been playing soccer since this morning. They started playing this morning. They are still playing now. Now, the present perfect progressive tense may refer to a specific time, a specific time span. Example, we have been studying for 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago we started studying. Until now, we are still studying. I have been living in New York for 10 years. Unlike the present perfect tense, wherein we are not sure if I am still living in New York, in the present perfect progressive tense, we are sure that I am still living in New York. I have been living in New York for 5 years. So there, a specific time span. Or a more generalized time span. I have been talking since this morning. We don't know for how long. We just know that I started talking this morning, and until now I'm talking. What time this morning? Maybe 8 o'clock? Maybe 9 o'clock this morning? We could not be definite. But we know that sometime this morning I started talking, and I'm still talking now. See? It is not specific. It is more general. It could have been, or it could be that I have been talking for 10 hours, or 8 hours, or 5. You could never be sure. But still, there's always a point in the past where the action began, and until the present, it is still going on. We could also use the present perfect progressive tense for negative statements. What are negative statements or negative sentences? These are sentences with the word not. I have not been wasting my time. It's very general. Since when? You don't know. Maybe since last year, or maybe just since this morning. But still, it's an action that started in the past, and it's still going on. What's the action? Not wasting my time. I have not been wasting my time. See? The present perfect progressive tense. You have not been studying. So that means you did something else. You have not been studying. Now you should study. So sometime in the past, you started not to study. And until now, you're not studying. So there we go. You could use the present perfect progressive tense also in negative sentences. So before we end this brief session, once again, I'd like to remind you that we follow a format in the present perfect progressive. Have or has plus been plus the verb and ing. That would be for affirmative sentences. For negative sentences, we use have plus has plus not plus been plus the verb plus ing. I have not been wasting my time. There. So, please, I would like to encourage all of you to come out with your own sentences, making use of the present perfect progressive tense. If you have to write them down, write them down. But I would want you to speak them out so that we get to be better communicators as we move on. Again, this is your good buddy right here, Nick Brill of Mint English, saying, have a nice day, everyone.